Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Texas Motor Speedway. We are week 2 of the AARN Truck Series, brought to you today by J.A.M. Coffee and Tea. Sorry, we're just doing a little bit of behind the scenes information here. All right, so down in Texas today, it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 39% chance of rain, partly cloudy with only 2-mile-an-hour winds. We have the oval at Texas, which is only 1.46 miles long, and it's going to be a fantastic evening of racing. We are going to be doing 100 laps this evening. We have 60% fuel, which gives us roughly about 28 to 31 laps per tank of fuel. We have 3 sets of tires. That'd be 1 set on the truck and 2 sets in the pits. And yes, so that's what we have today for you right now. We're just trying to get a few more things finished up. The guys are out there doing their final qualifying laps. So we're just going to see how they make out, see who comes up on top. Last week's winners were Howard Peoples in the first, Daryl Johnson is the second, and Mark Bender was in third place. So I would also like to announce that tonight, the All-American Racing Network and Pirate Broadcasting would like to take a moment in order to honor the U.S. service members who tragically lost their lives last week. Out of the respect for them, on lap 7 of tonight's race, we will throw the yellow caution flag, at which we will have a pace lap of silence in their memory. We ask that everyone watching and racing tonight to join us and take this moment to remember their service and sacrifice. All right, so we have 1 lap to go. The guys are just finishing up their qualifying laps. We're going to go down to pit lane, and we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the grid set for this evening's race so far. We have on the pole, Adam Ramsey. Sean Hughes is in the outside. Then we have Brian Boyd, Zachary King in the second lane. Third row would be Howard Peoples, Nick Steinstelfer. Benjamin Castle, Joseph Eisenberg is in the 4th row. The 5th row, Gary May, Clifford Allison, Mark Bender, And Justin Young on the outside of him is in the next row. Douglas Alice is in row 7. Elijah Mopin is on the outside. Jeffrey Johnson in the 15th place. 16th place is Corey Powell. Joseph Cohen is in 17th. Danny McClure is in 18th. Anthony Hatfield's in 19th place. Chris Etcheper is in 20th. And that's our field at this moment in time, 20 trucks. We're going to go and wait for them to get ready to roll off pit lane. We have our sponsor tonight, which is J.A.M Coffee. Though for some reason, there we go. We have it up there now. J.A.M Tea and Coffee is our sponsor for tonight. You're watching the All-American Racing Network. After the first week, the standings are as follows. Howard Peoples is in the point lead. Daryl Johnson second. Mark Bender third. Adam Ramsey is in fourth. Brian Boyd is in fifth. Gary May is in sixth. Aaron Jackson is in seventh. Elijah Mopin is in eighth. Well, there's our point standing leaders at this moment in time after the first race. We have a bunch of cameras. I would say, I believe we have 51 different camera angles. We definitely will not use them all tonight, but we have a lot of different camera angles brought to us by Whiplash Sim Cams. All right, a little tongue-tied, trying to get this underway. So let's take a look and see what we have to deal with. We have the leader, Adam Ramsey, going around the back. Going to bring up our track map so we can get an idea where he is. Out of turn 3, going into turn 4. Pace car should be pulling off. Pace car's off. Here they come. Green flag is in the air. Arnie the flag man has the flag up, ready to drop it. Here we go. We're racing, boys. Here we go. All right, so we have Adam Ramsey out in the front. Brian Boyd trying to get up behind him. 29, Howard Peoples. Oh, they're wrecking already. They're wrecking already. Yellow flag will be out. Yes, Danny McClure, Nick Steinseffer has crashed. We'll take a look and see what happened to Danny. Going to go back. We'll take a look at him. They're wrecking in front. The 20 wrecked. We're going to go back and take a better look. See if we can get a better look at the 20. That was Justin Young. See what happened to get this thing started. We're going to slow it down a little bit. The 81 slid sideways. Right across in front of... Oh my goodness, right up into the wall. Almost flipped her over. The 20 got caught up into it. Oh, we got... It looked like the 38 hauling a wheelie. We're going to go back to the 80. Oh my goodness. And we have a truck over. That was the 72. We're going to go back to the 72 and take a better look at Joseph. We're going to go back and take a look at this because that was just something. He was up in the air, got hit. He went over onto his side, into the fence, back onto his wheels. That was a heck of a ride. Let's go back and take a quick look through his windshield and take a look and see what he's seeing. Like he just went for a ride. Yes, sir. Okay, let's see if we can go back to live here again. Take another quick look. They're still on caution lap, so let's take another look at the 81. He just slid around sideways, got out of shape on the corner, and went up into the pack, and that's what started the whole mess. Absolutely mayhem on the first lap. We're going to go back up to the leader. The lights are still on the pace car. We're going to take a look. There's Adam Ramsey. We have a bunch of cars on pit lane. Elijah Maupin's on the pits. Joseph Cohen was in the pits. Nick Steinfelder was in the pits. Gary May was in the pits. Corey Powell was in the pits. Anthony Hatfield was in the pits. Who else was in there? That pretty much rounds it all up. A lot of trucks were in the pit lane. Let's see if we can get a pit lane camera look here. There's a truck just trying to get out before the pack gets around. And I see the 17 is still in the pits. 92 is still in the pits. 81 is still in the pit. 72 and the 66 is still in the pits. Elijah is still in the pit as well. So they're in there trying to get repairs done. It's so early in the race, you really don't want to use your fast repair, but I would have to say that you're almost obligated to use your fast repair just to see what you can do. He has no front fender on the passenger side. Elijah Maupin's truck. He has no front fender on the 72. Nick, I can't quite get a good angle on his truck. Anthony Hatfield, he's still sitting there smoking. And Corey Powell, he's in trouble as well. They're all on pit lane. So let's go back to the leader, Adam Ramsey. The lights are off on the pace car. We'll go back and take a look. They're coming around into turn 4 at the moment. There's still 5 of them that are still on pit lane getting repairs. So they're going to fall back. We're going to go up to the flag stand. Barney's there, ready with the green flag, ready to go. Green flag's in the air. We're going racing again. Here we go. So we have the 50. The 50 is Zachary King right on the back end of Adam Ramsey. Going to see if he can do something with it. He's right there. The 29 of Howard Peoples. He won this race last week. So he's anxious to see what he can do this week as well. So here we go. Just checking my monitors. It appears that everything's all doing good. Etchy 257. I'm race control for this race, so I'll try to keep everyone updated and keep an inside scoop on pit strategies. I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, 97. Adam Ramsey, he's pulling away now. Zachary King has dropped back down there. He's running side by side with Howard Peoples. We'll take a look and see. There they are, right side by each. Howard's dropped back a little bit there now. As you can see. And we have the yellow flag out again. The yellow flag has come out again. We're just waiting for confirmation to see what the problem is. What caused the yellow to come out. Oh, it is. It's lap 7. I apologize. We are going to have a moment of silence again. So we're going to kill the engines. They're going to come down through pit lane, and we will have a moment of silence. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the salute to the fallen, the wounded, and those that have passed. That was our memorial for them. All right, now we're getting back into the race again. We're going to get back into the racing. The lights are off on the pace car. Everyone is starting to bunch back up again. Going to see what we can do. We still have a couple trucks on pit lane. The 15 Anthony Hatfield's still on pit lane. The 72 Joseph Cohen's still on pit lane. Elijah Mopin in the 66, he is still on pit lane. So they're waiting to get going. All right, pace car is off. They're coming around. Arnie has the green flag in the air once again. Okay, green flag. We're back to racing again, boys. Here we go. Looking to see what we can do with it. And actually, Adam Ramsey, once again, he is out in the lead. Zachary King is in second. Howard Peoples is in third. Just going to run along. Once again, J.A.M Coffee and Tea are your sponsors. And we also have Whiplash Sim Cams. They're bringing all our camera action this evening. Also, J.A.M Coffee and Tea is the official coffee partner of the AARN Truck Series. Use the code RACE15 for 15% off your next order. https://jamcoffeeandtea.com/. Be sure to go get your hot cup of coffee or tea from these great sponsors. All right, we're back in the lead. Zachary King now has jumped ahead of Adam Ramsey for the moment. And Howard Peoples is still in third place at the moment. We still have 3 trucks on pit lane. Everyone else is just kind of following along. Just taking a quick look back through the field. Going to go back and see where Douglas Scalise is. Douglas Scalise is back there with the pack. Just making sure we're going to run our cameras. Make sure we have all our camera crew on. We have our proper paints. Just confirming that. It looks like everyone is all good as far as the paint jobs go. Howard Peoples, we turned the audio off specifically. No problem at all. But yes, we had a moment of silence for the fallen troops, unfortunately. So yes, we're back to live racing again. We're going to go back up to Zachary King. He has both Adam and Howard knocking on his back door. Let's take a look out the windshield of Howard's rig. He's right there. He also has Adam Ramsey on his outside. Just starting to drop back. He's falling in behind him now. There's a 19 coming up as well. 19 of Brian Boyd. He wants to take a look. Go to the roof cam. Howard Peoples had a really fast truck last week. I think he has another fast one this week as well. He's right there knocking on the back door of Zachary King's rig. So hopefully Zachary's going to try to hold him off, but there goes Adam Ramsey. He's taking off. He just ran up the side of Howard Peoples. Didn't have a chance, just out of nowhere. He just kind of got up there and went. So here we go. We're going to go back and take a little bit farther back look. It's the 3 of them out in the front. They're at least 2 seconds ahead of them, the drivers behind them. Clifford Allison is the first one back. That's a pack that he's leading with the 7. And Brian Boyd's right there with him. So we're just kind of looking back, and we'll take a look out his windshield. But I'll tell you what, these guys are quite a ways away. They're almost a full turn away from them. So we'll bring up our battle box just to see how far away Brian Boyd is. So he's just a little over 2 seconds behind Howard Peoples in 4th spot. So he is definitely hustling, trying to get up there. But again, these 3 trucks out front, they are not wasting any time at all. They're gonna go, and they're gonna check out and see you all at the end of the race sometime, because these guys are just going for it, not wasting any time at all. We'll go up in the fan cam, take a look from the grandstands. I don't know how many of you have been to Texas out there. Personally, I have not had the pleasure of getting to Texas myself. I've only been to Crystal, which is the Coliseum, which was an awesome track. So these 3 guys, again, Zachary King, Adam Ramsey, Howard Peoples, they are way out in front. So we got a little bit of time. We'll see Corey Powell, he's down. Let's see, where is Corey Powell at? He's right now, I believe he is 2 laps down. And Justin Young's 2 laps down as well, it appears. No, he pitted at lap 2. I'm sorry, he pitted at lap 2. Gary May was in at lap 2. Justin Young, Corey Powell, and Justin Cohn was in lap 1, actually. Well, that's when they were in. We're just going to take a quick look and see if we can figure out where they are on the grid. I believe they're a lap down, but we'll just take a look at our ticker and see. Unfortunately, Cohen in the 72, he's down 12 laps. Powell is down 6 laps. So the 2 of them are really struggling. Hatfield's still in the pits. Steinsteffer is out of the race. Maupin is still in the pits. Etcheper is out of the race as well. We're just going to take a look. I don't see anyone in that wants to come in with me in the broadcast booth. There's a yellow flag waving again. Adam Ramsey has crashed. What happened to Adam Ramsey? Let's go take a look. See if we can see what happened to Adam. So Adam Ramsey, where are you at? There he is there. He came off the wall. Got across the front. Oh! Just went for a ride. We're going to go back and see if we can back that up a little bit. See if we get a better angle on that. He just came off the wall, just got a little bit loose, I believe. And that was Zachary King he was racing with. Just the 3 of them up front. He got a little bit crooked. He came down. Got sideways. Zachary King is really lucky he didn't take him with him. There he is, going just for a sideways slide. Everyone coming up from behind. It doesn't look like anyone got into him. Everyone's going around him. They're going high. Adam's slowly creeping to the end of it. Oh, the 5. The 5 got into him a little bit. I have to take a quick look. We'll take a look out the windshield of the 5, see if we can see him. Where are you, Gary May? We'll see if we can take a look at the roll bar. Back you up a little bit. We'll just take a look and see. Did you get into Mr. Ramsey? Oh, just went by him too fast. I apologize. Backing it up. Oh, my goodness. My controls are really tight here now. All right, we're going to take a quick look. We're going to take a look at the right front suspension. We're going to see if he actually did get into him. No, he just missed him. Look at that. He just missed him on the way by. Wow. Okay, so we're going to go back up to Zachary King. Lights are still on the pace car. I'll tell you what. That could have been really bad. And I'm amazed that Zachary King was able to just give him a push, basically sideways. I suppose that did a little bit of damage to the front of his truck, but it should have been okay. Joseph Cohen crashed. Okay, so what happened to Joseph Cohen? Take a look and see, real quick. See what happened to Joseph. He was out there by himself, it looked like. I don't see where he would have crashed. I'm not seeing anything with him at the moment. He just stopped. We'll go back to the pace. They're on the backstretch at this moment in time. So we have Zachary King, Howard Peoples. Then we have Brian Boyd, Clifford Allison, Benjamin Castle, Sean Hughes behind them. Then we have Mark Bender and Joseph Essenberg. Behind them, in 9th place, we have Justin Young and Douglas Scalise. And in 11th, we have Jeffrey Johnson and Gary May. And Adam Ramsey got sent all the way back to the 13th position. He's racing back there with Danny McClure. Pace car's off. Green flag, away we go. Here we go, we're going racing again, boys. Have Zachary King out in the lead. Did a big jump out front again. Our people slipped back a little bit. Going to take a look. They're all caught up. At least now that accident did get everyone back in line a little bit. But again, it looks like Zachary and Howard are definitely two very powerful trucks. They're definitely inching away from the rest of the pack. We have Clifford Allison and Brian Boyd right there trying to hang with them. Gonna take a look at Brian Boyd's windshield. See what we can see. All right. So they're all in single file. Everyone seems to be doing fairly well at the moment. Just looking back, Anthony Hatfield and Elijah Mopin are still in the pits. So I don't think that they're available. Actually, we have Elijah. I'm going to grab onto Elijah here. Hey, Elijah, you got a copy, buddy?
Oh, what's going on, Art?
Hey, man, what's going on tonight? I see you're in the pits, so I dare say you're still waiting for repairs, or are you done for the night?
Well, I'm afraid I'm sadly done for the night. Pretty unfortunate. I felt like I had a pretty good truck to compete, but unfortunately the racing gods did not think so. But either way, I'm gutted, but at the same time I'm watching a pretty entertaining race here.
Right on. No, it's turning into a very interesting race at the front of the back. We had Howard Peoples, Zachary King, and Adam Ramsey. Three very fast trucks, but then Adam Ramsey, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Adam Ramsey got into the wall and came across the front of Zachary King's truck. Didn't wreck Zachary, but he definitely hurt himself. And he went back to, I'm just looking to see where Adam Ramsey is now. He's back in 8th position. He is crawling back up, and he was all the way back to 13th, I believe. So, yes.
Yeah, I think, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so have you been up in the booth before, or is this your first time coming up into the booth?
First time coming up into the booth. Figured I'd kind of give us a little bit of input on how the race is going. I do want to, before I continue, I do want to send my condolences to the friends and family of the 7 soldiers that were sadly killed. It truly is a major loss for the country and to the friends and family. May God welcome their brave, heroic souls. I always have a big respect for the military, and anytime I hear just casualties from it, it breaks my heart. So thoughts and prayers go out to the friends and family. But,
Exactly. All we can do is hope that it's going to be over quickly and get itself straightened out, and everyone can go back to life as normal. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
indeed.
So yes, we're back into the race here, and we're just looking to see. Brian Boyd is now taking over the lead. I wish I had a little bit better camera angles on his truck. I've got a couple here that I'm going to try to bring in, because he does have a salute to the fallen truck. You can see on his front of his truck, his hood, his back tail fin. Definitely, he went out a little bit there tonight and did a little bit for the fallen, for sure, and also the U.S. Army right beside him, Wounded Warrior Project, right there beside him in the 20 truck. Yeah, so that's Justin Young's truck. He's up there at the front as well. So it's the two of them leading the way at this moment in time. So we're just going to go back and see if we can take a little bit better camera angles. Again, we have some really good camera angles from the Whiplash SimCam. So anyway,
Indeed.
so yeah, I'm just going to go back. We're going to take a look and see if I can go out here a little bit. We have 5 trucks in the lead. We have 1 truck back. Then we have another pack in the back. That's going to give me a little bit of time to do a little bit of a promo for J.A.M Coffee, Tea and Coffee. They are our sponsor tonight. And you can get 15% off if you type in Race 15 going into their website. And you can have all kinds of great different coffees. They have the white chocolate raspberry truffle. And they also have the peach paradise, loose leaf flavored tea. So there's a couple of their products for sure. So we can definitely enjoy that when you're having your next cup of coffee.
Yeah, and if I may just add one thing about J.A.M, for those who don't know, J.A.M Coffee and Tea actually donates a lot of their, or a good majority of their proceeds to local food banks. So I definitely would recommend getting some of their coffee because, I mean, they've got, like I said, they donate to local food banks, and I mean, it's great to see companies going out of their way to support the less fortunate. So definitely check them out, and like Art said, be sure to use the promo code.
That is absolutely awesome that they do that, for sure. You know, I do have a couple of interesting facts about them there. I'm going to cover a little bit later on, but yes, you know, where they definitely help the less fortunate, I guess you might say. You know, anything to help out your fellow human being, without a doubt, that's nothing wrong with that at all. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely indeed. So we have Brian Boyd still in the front. We have Mark Bender now. He's jumped up. He's in second place at this moment. He's coming up to see what's going on. The 97 of Adam Ramsey, he's made his way back to the front of the pack. Justin Young is up in 4th. Sean Hughes is in 5th. So we're just taking a look at taking the different camera angles and seeing what we can see. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's some rocket boosters strapped to that 97 truck. He's been hauling it.
He's got something under the hood, doesn't he? I would say he's driving a Toyota. I'm not really a Toyota guy, but I'll tell you what, that Toyota's hauling, without a doubt. He's hauling. He's hauling. He's hauling butt. I'd say something stronger, but we're in public TV here, so he's definitely on the move. He's definitely on the move, without a doubt. So yes. So he's only 3/10 off the lead. So he's right there, ready to go as soon as one of these guys in front of him makes a mistake. And actually, the 33 just went out a little wide, and he's gone on the inside of him. And he's going to take that second spot away. So he's on the hunt for Brian Boyd now. He'll be looking for Brian Boyd down his windshield, taking a look. So the 33 is right there, wanting to get it back again. So it's a little bit of a battle for second place, which actually Brian Boyd's going to enjoy, because let these guys fight for second, and he'll just drive away, I'm sure. That's what he's probably thinking.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's
and turns 1 and 2. Oh, the 33 just crashed.
Oh, I see that. I see that. I was looking at the side camera, but we'll go back, take a look at Mark Bender. Let's see what happened to Mark. He was right behind these guys. And then he was right there beside the 97. So let's go back. We're going to just run slow motion. We're going to take a look and see if we can see a good angle here. He got down in tight to the 97, but then the back end just kind of slipped out. That's all it took. And it put him sideways. He caught the side of the 97, and then that put him right sideways in front of everyone else scrambling low to try to avoid him. He backed into the wall, the driver's side up against the wall. He is definitely not in a good position right there. He had a fast truck. He started to be up there running with the boys, but that was definitely going to hurt him. Everyone else avoided him, got down low, did not get involved. So we'll go back to the leader, but I'll tell you what, that was a good call. Thank you for, I was actually doing the camera, the side camera of the two of them racing side by side. And I seen him pull out, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. I was wondering, okay, and then you said the yellow came out. And so that's what caused that problem. Let's see, they're all coming into pit lane now. Let's see if we can get everyone's coming in. Looks like everyone's coming into pit lane. From 11.
Yeah, tires are definitely going to be important, I feel like, for the later stages of the race.
I would say. And apparently they're running about 28 to 31 laps per set of tires. Or for a fuel run, I should say.
I wasn't able to run that many laps. In practice, I don't really know how much fuel these trucks can take. One thing I did definitely notice was turns 1 and 2 are treacherous.
Are they? Okay.
I mean, I was having a lot of trouble with the truck, just trying to get it turned. I have a feeling that's probably what happened with Ramsey. He probably just got a little bit tight and took the air off, like you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
I don't think it was anything. I mean, it wasn't intentional by no means. Just one of those racing deals.
Yes. Well, I'll put him to the back, but now, like I say, he's made his way back to the front of the pack again. So he's definitely on the move. They're coming back out onto the track there now. So we're just kind of taking a look. I got talking to you, and I froze in the pit camera. So we'll go back up to the leaders. Sean Hughes actually is on the point right now on the 75, followed by the 92, and the 5 and the 19. They're all up at the front of the pack at the moment. So I'm just looking the 75. I'm just looking for the 92. Do we have one? No, Corey Powell. He's actually a lap down, but he's at the front of the pack right now, so he might be able to get a wave around. Possibly. No, maybe he didn't, because the 75 didn't go into the pits, maybe. So here we go. They're getting ready for the restart. The lights are off on the pace truck. Pace car, I guess. I keep calling every time I do a race on Sunday morning occasionally, and I call the cars the trucks, and tonight I'm calling the trucks the cars. So, it is what it is. So, okay, so yes, we have the 75 at the point right now. Gary May on the 5 truck is on the outside. Brian Boyd is behind in 3rd place in the 19, and Justin Young is in the 20 car on the outside. And Zachary King and Howard Peoples is back there in 5th and 6th, and I'm sure that they want to do something with this. I'm sure that they're not happy sitting at the back in dirty air. I'm sure that they want to get out and see what they can do, because they definitely have fast trucks. All right, so the lights are off of the pace car. We lost our track map, so let's put that back on again. They're coming around turn 4. Pace car is off. Everyone looks fairly decently spread out, 2 by 2. Arnie's got the flag. Flag's in the air. Away we go. We're racing again. Alrighty.
Hughes got a big jump there. He nailed that restart.
He did. That 75 just took off and went. Although 19's looking down low. Brian Boyd, he's looking to see what he can do with it. He's definitely not.
Yeah, I watched the
not wasting any
Go
time.
on, sorry.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, that 50, he quickly caught up to the 19 too. He just took him around the outside.
Yes, Zachary King, he definitely has a fast truck as well. We have a lot of fast trucks up the front of this pack here tonight. So, again, we only have about 20 trucks this evening. We're short a little bit on trucks. A few guys couldn't make it. I know I talked to a couple guys last week, and they were saying that they weren't going to be able to make Texas this week, but they can't wait to get back here next week. So, we'll definitely have to wait and see when we get a full field back. I mean, 20 trucks, that's still a pretty good turnout, so we'll have to take a look and see how they make out. Zachary King now is taken back over the lead. Brian Boyd in the 19 is second, and Howard Peoples is in third. So the fast trucks, they made their way back up to the front. I'm just looking actually for Adam Ramsey. He's back in the 11th position again. So I'm not sure if he's still doing some repairs on his truck, and he was in the pits a little bit longer than normal, just trying to get those repairs taken care of from the accident earlier. But as we know, he does have a fast truck, so he'll probably be back up into this mix here himself pretty soon. But I'm just looking at Zachary King. He's driving away. He's a half a second ahead of Howard Peoples. So they're just on their way. We're going to take a look back and see Benjamin Castle. Where's Benjamin Castle at? We're just going to take a look at a few of these drivers that we don't normally talk about. There he is there. Going to take a look at his Craftsman truck. He has Flight on his truck. So that's a good looking blue truck. Yes, sir. That is Benjamin Castle. So Joseph Essenberg, he was in the accident earlier. He's got that nice looking black truck there. We're just going to take a look. That Snap-on truck of his, number 3. Good looking truck as well. Number 3 is the standard of numbers of cars anyway, you know, Dale Earnhardt number. We'll find Sean Hughes. Now, Sean Hughes was leading this thing in the purple 75 Jake's truck, but then he dropped back. So now he is actually back in the 10th position. He was on the point, but now he's back in the 10th. Let's go back up. Howard Peoples is now taking over the lead again. So we're just going to take a look at him. So, are you going to look forward to next week's race there, bud?
That would be at Rockingham, correct?
I believe it is Rockingham next week. Yes, it is. So,
Oh yes, that track. It's a cheese grater on the tires, but it's such a fun track. I recently did a official race at Rockingham, and I couldn't help but to have a smile on my face. I mean, fast track, definitely a little bit of strategy involved. Like I said, it's rough on tires, but it should put out a pretty entertaining race, especially with the trucks.
yeah, it should be interesting. It should be interesting indeed. Down in YouTube, we got look at you in second, Boyd. Kelly Taylor, 4388 is saying, and Timothy Brown, 2995. Go Boyd, go! So we got a couple of Boyd fans up looking after Brian Boyd's, and let's see what else. Where is Brian Boyd? There he is back there. He's dropped back into 4th position. He's about 2.5 seconds behind the leader at this moment in time. He slowed down a little bit. I'm not quite sure why, but he is back there running by himself. There's nobody around him really. So we have a truck going into the pit lane. Just trying to see. I don't see who. I know Corey Powell was in the pits a little bit earlier. Benjamin Castle. Benjamin Castle just went in the pit lane. So let's take a look and see what Benjamin's doing. Going to go back to Benjamin. He's going into pit lane. He's going in awfully slow though. I'm just taking a look. We're following him into the pits. He's into his pit stall. He's up on the right side, taking right side tires. He doesn't have a fender on the driver's side by the looks of things. So he's up on the driver's side, so he's taking all 4 tires and full tank of Sunoco fuel. He's still sitting on pit lane though, so it's a little concerning that he's sitting there for a while. I'm not sure. Did he come into pits possibly fast and get a black flag for entering the pits too fast? I'm not sure. So we're going to leave him there for now. We're going to go back out to Howard Peoples. He's in the lead. And just to see, maybe you can kind of keep an eye on him. Do you see him? Mr. Castle still in the pits? He's still sitting in the pits according to my ticker.
Yeah, he's still in the pits. I do wonder what happened to him. I do see the missing fender. I'll have to look back to see what happened to him.
Yes. How many fast repairs are there this evening? Just one, is there not?
There's no fast repairs, I don't think.
There's no fast repair. Okay, so that means whatever damage he has, he is definitely trying to get that taken care of right now. So that could be what's going on with Benjamin Castle. He's still in pit lane. I still have him down, and he's in there for 1 minute 21 seconds so far. So he's still in there. So he's going to be in there for a bit. All right, back up to the leader. Howard Peoples, followed by Zachary King, Justin Young in third, Brian Boyd in fourth, Adam Ramsey is in fifth. They're just cruising along. We have the top three, and then Boyd is actually about 3 seconds behind these top three drivers. So he's back there a little ways. Him and actually Adam Ramsey and him are just kind of tooling along because Clifford Allison is back behind them, but he's off of them a bit as well. Him and the 33 of Mark Bender. So they're almost identical paint jobs. I'm just noticing them on the track. So I believe they're teammates, are they not? I'm not sure. Yes, both of the trucks look identical. So just taking a quick look at the two of them going by, I would say that someone painted their trucks pretty much exactly the same. All right, back up. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that those two trucks, they look similar to, I wonder if that's the same paint scheme that Cletus McFarland raced at Daytona this year. It looks like it is.
It looks pretty handy, and I'm assuming that they're teammates. I'm not 100% sure. Who was it that I was just looking at? The 33. The 33, and it was Clifford Allison, wasn't it, in the 7? So I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and check in Discord, but I need to keep an eye on these guys up front here. These three are just driving away from the pack. They are definitely, oh my goodness, they're at least 2.5 seconds ahead of fourth place now. So they're just driving away with this. And again, Howard Peoples, after his interview last week, he was saying that he'd like to just stay out in the lead for all the laps, all the races. He's definitely a confident son of a gun, and he wants to go. And he loves the idea of having "See" written across the back of his tailgate, because that's what he wants everyone to see. So, yeah.
Well, he's laying down the pace for sure for the rest of the field to try to catch him.
He's definitely trying to do something, isn't he? He's definitely trying to see what he can do. So, okay, we're going to go back and take a look and see who else we can see. John Hughes, who haven't we seen? Jeffrey Johnson. Let's go back and take a look at Jeffrey Johnson's truck. He's got the Rapella truck. That's a good-looking truck indeed. So we're going to go and take a look at that. That is definitely, he's got an ugly stick Rapella on that green and yellow gold truck of his. That's a good-looking truck. Gary May in the 5. So he's got a good-looking truck as well. B Nation. And then right in front of him, Douglas Scalise, he's got the Bush truck. So that's always a good-looking truck anyway. So that's a good-looking truck on him. Clifford Allison, he's up in the 7. Again, that's that Black Rifle Coffee truck that we were discussing earlier, where the two of them look very close to similar together. They both, I would say that they're identical trucks, just a number is the only thing that's different in those two trucks. Adam Ramsey's truck, Arc Raiders, that's a good-looking truck as well, the 97. And Brian Boyd, again, salute to the fallen truck. That's a good-looking chrome and black truck that he's driving, the number 19. And Justin Young is up there, Wounded Warrior Project truck in the 20. That's a good-looking truck as well. And then Zachary King, of course, he is in second place right now, Gilbert's. He's driving that Ford. It's a good-looking Ford, black and blue. Or blue and black. Don't want to call it black and blue, maybe. That might not be appropriate, eh? Oh, and then we got Howard Peoples with the See Ya truck. So, fixing wheels and paying bills. That's a Carolina wheel repair truck. So that's a good looking Ford that he's driving. All right, so we're going to go back up and see. Let me get a different angle here. Go up to the fan cam up in the grandstands. Take a look and see what they can see. That's looking from the infield, watching them drive by. Oh, you have a lot of background noise there, Elijah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. So we got a lot of background noise. I don't know if you can do anything about that or clean that up a little bit, maybe. But anyway, yeah. So this has been a pretty good race so far. As of right now, they're driving along, and they're minding their P's and Q's. Going to see if I can get up my battle box. No, I'm looking for my driver details. So let's see if we can bring up the details. Okay, Howard Peoples down in the lower left corner. And I mentioned to the guys there earlier tonight in messages in Discord that if they go in and fill out the information on the SDK program, I can get your picture and your truck and your general information down in the bottom corner. Every time I look at your truck, it'll pop up your information. So that way you can get a good idea and find out more information about your favorite driver. All right, so Douglas Gallus just passed Clifford Allison. So we're going to go up and take a look at him. He's in 7th place now, passing the 7 truck of Clifford Allison. So let's go take a look. I would say that they're going to be coming into pit lane here shortly. Let's see if we have a pit strategy. Peoples has been out for 25 laps right now, so I'm assuming that he's going to have to coming in probably within the next 4 or 5 laps. I would say that he's going to have to come in and get some fuel.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because he's showing right now that he's 26 laps on his run at this moment in time. So I would say the fuel window of 28 to 31 laps, I would say that the next couple of laps, we'll just kind of keep an eye on him. We'll just kind of ride along with the leader here for the moment and see what he does. The other trucks are starting to catch up. 4th and 5th, Adam Ramsey and Mark Bender, they're starting to catch up to these guys. But again, Peoples is out in the lead. He has a full second lead on Zachary King at this moment in time. So when he pulls into the pits, it might be the time for these guys to catch up with him. We're just kind of watching. He's coming around, going on to the back stretch there now. He's 27 laps in. Again, we're just kind of taking an idea, get an idea, and see what we can. I'm assuming that within the next 2 laps, he'll be coming in for possibly tires and fuel. Fuel for sure. He missed pit lane that time. He didn't come in that time. So he's pushing 28 laps on his tank of fuel since he was last in. But Corey Powell has just left the pits. He's just coming back out. Gary May just entered pit lane. Jeffrey Johnson just entered pit lane. So they're both in. So we're going to go back and take a look. Keep an eye on Peoples. There he is. He's coming into pit lane now. Okay, everyone's coming in. Oh, the 19. He got a little bit of a slide, but he was okay. He was okay. Adam Ramsey stayed out. Adam Ramsey's now in the lead at this moment in time, but we're going to go back to Howard Peoples. We're going to take a quick look and watch him do his pit service. See if he takes 2 tires, 4 tires, or all the tires. Let's kind of take a look. See if we can see from this angle. He's getting outside tires at the moment. Dropping down. He's taking inside tires as well. So he's taking 4 tires all the way around. Looks like everyone's taking 4 tires, full tank of Sunoco fuel, and back out onto the track again. So there we go. Douglas Gallus is right now. He's in the lead. So he'll be coming back in the pit lane, I believe, pretty soon himself. We'll take a quick look. He's on 30 laps himself, so he's going to be coming in here directly for some fuel and some tires, I would say. So we got 74 laps off 100 at this moment in time. So there's Douglas. Douglas is coming in the pits now. You see Howard Peoples going around on the outside. So Howard Peoples will be going back in, rotating into the lead. Adam Ramsey just came out of the pits. You take a look. Adam Ramsey's getting passed by Howard Peoples, so Howard Peoples is cycled back into the lead. It appears that Zachary King is right behind him in second. Adam Ramsey might be able to maintain third. I don't think anyone else is going to be close enough to go by him. He looks like he's pretty much there by himself. Fourth place car is back a little ways behind him again. Okay. So Howard Peoples, definitely a lot good looking trucks out there tonight. Yes, there is. There's definitely a lot of good looking trucks out there this evening. So there's Adam Ramsey is in third. We're going to go back up to Howard Peoples. So there we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're still getting a little bit of noise from your microphone back there, Elijah. I'm not quite sure where the noise is coming from. You know, it's sort of like the thumping or knocking noise. I can try to turn you down a little bit. I don't like turning you down too much because I want to be able to hear you talking to me, but.
You're good, man. Unfortunately, I think my time up in the booth might be over with. I do appreciate you letting me come up here. This has been a very good race. A lot of fast trucks, a lot of good-looking trucks, and I'm looking forward to see what the last leg of this race is going to look like. But it's looking like it's going to come down to being an absolute banger, hopefully.
I'm thinking that these top three drivers, one of these top three are probably going to be in the on the podium for sure. Not quite sure which one, but one of them's probably going to be right there. So, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna bail out, are you?
Yeah, I'm afraid I have to get going again. Though I appreciate you having me up in the booth. I really wish I was out here on track with these guys, but I mean. There's a lot more racing than there is winning, and I mean, I'm here for racing.
There you go.
I love racing.
There you go.
Whatever comes, I'm just hoping I can actually finish the race next week. But
all
again,
right.
Thank you for having me up here.
All right. No, I appreciate your insight and a little bit of extra information. And yeah, definitely anytime if you're done early or you missed the race or whatever, I don't mind having one of you fellas come up and providing your insight from a driver's point of view. So I'm a driver myself, but I don't drive with the league. So you're getting used to driving with these guys. So your point of view, a little bit of insight on the other drivers, more than welcome.
Yep, this is definitely a great league to race in. If anyone wants to join in, I definitely would recommend it. The All-American Racing Network, I mean, both the Cup Series and the Truck Series, the races have been fantastic so far. Right
on. All right, and the broadcasts on my end are getting better as well. So we have a lot of new stuff coming down the road, and yeah, so it's all going to be good. All right, man. Well, you have yourself a good night, and we'll see you next week at Rockingham.
All right, thank you. You have a good night as well, Art.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. That was Elijah Mopin. He was in an accident earlier in the evening. He got out of the care center and thought he'd take a stop by the booth and check in with us and see how everything was up here. So we definitely appreciated having him up here for a while. All right, so we have the 29 and the 50. They're just driving away from this. Actually, right now, Adam Ramsey is back there, but he's really back there. He's about 3.5 seconds behind these guys. And then we have them going around. They're going around, actually, what car is that? I believe that's Justin Young. No, that's not Justin Young's car. I believe it was Benjamin Castle's car that they just drove by. So Howard Peoples is in the lead, again, with about a 4-second lead over top of Adam Ramsey is in third. So Howard Peoples and Zachary King, the two of them, they're just driving away with this thing at this moment in time. So it's going to be down to the two of them, because we're getting down in laps. We're getting down to, let's see what we have. We have 18 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we definitely have some racing going on But these two guys out in front, they're definitely running away with this at this moment in time. I'm sure a lot of these drivers are just hoping and praying for a caution, but not one that they're involved with. Because again, these guys are just flying. Again, there's the 29, Carolina Wheel Repair. He's in your pole position at this moment. Zachary King right behind him. He's only 0.2 of a second on his back bumper. I'll take a look out his windshield, see what he can see. All he can see is "see ya." That's a heck of a thing to have written on the back of your truck. I'll tell you, I think it's pretty cool, especially when you can pull it off and drive away from everybody the way that Howard is driving away from people. That's pretty darn cool, actually, to have one written on the back of his truck. Well, there he is. He's shaking a little bit going into that turn, though. I'm just watching him out through the windshield of Zachary's truck here. He's got a little bit of a weave and wob there, but he's okay. So there's Zachary going a little bit high. We'll go up onto his roof cam, see if we can take a look. We're on the roof of Zachary's truck here now. We're all trying to get by the repellent truck. There they go, past him. Well, he's got to run. He's got to run on Howard. He's going to try to see if he can do something with it. He's right there. He's right there. He's going to try to get by him. But Howard pulled it out. He hung low to the bottom of the corner. There was nothing he could do about it. So once again, it's up to these two guys because Adam Ramsey now is 4.5 seconds back. So he's really trying, but you can't even see them in the distance. They're so far ahead of Adam now that you can just see them way going into turn one right now. So they're way, way ahead of Adam and the rest of these guys. Adam Bender's right there. He's not that far behind Adam. So he's, he's back there a little ways though. So, yes, Howard Peoples and Zachary King have going on 5.5 seconds on Adam Ramsey at this moment in time. So, definitely, they're just driving away and starting to pass cars. Well, let's go back up to the fan cam, take a look. From the grandstands, taking a look down. The two of them are just driving away with this thing. We'll go into the lap times, pit strategies. So Peoples right now has only got 16 laps on his truck. He has 12 laps to go. That's going to put him about 28 laps on the tank of fuel. So it's going to be pretty close. He did run 29 last time in, so he should be okay. Him and King both. They're both running the exact same lines, same lap times. And they both ran 29 laps last time. Ramsey actually ran 30 laps last time. So Ramsey is definitely conserving fuel. So I would have to say that the two of them in the lead here with 11 laps to go, they've got a really good chance of pulling this off. But while I think of it, before I forget, we'll go back up because J.A.M Coffee and Tea is your sponsor. So here's the 3 quick, fast facts about J.A.M Coffee that broadcast team can use. That would be me. J.A.M Coffee is mission driven. We fund local food and housing insecurity relief with every sale. We're also Ecotech. Our pods are 100% plastic free and fully compostable. And it's also premium fuel. We only use specially grade beans for maximum focus. So if you want a really good cup of coffee, cup of tea, J.A.M Coffee and Tea is what you want to have. All right. Going back, we have 9 laps to go. There is the man right now, Howard People. He's in front of Zachary King. He's got him by about 1/2 second now. So he's sitting pretty good at this moment in time. But we're just going to take a look and see, back out a little bit. It's a little bit too far. So we're talking 7/10 of a second on Zachary King. Zachary King right there now. So we'll take a look at his windshield. So you can definitely say, see ya, because Howard Peoples is driving away with the lead with 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go, going out of turn 2 into the backstretch. Looking at Zachary King, he's trying to get a little bit of a push on, but he's still 7/10 back. But Adam Ramsey is back about 5 seconds behind these guys. I don't think, unless there's a yellow flag, Zachary has a fast truck, but I don't think he's going to be in any kind of position to get up into the first or second place. But he should be able to hang on to third place, depending on what Mark Bender says, because Mark Bender is... Where's Mark Bender at? I'm just looking now. We'll bring up the battle box and see where Mark is. Mark Bender is about 7 seconds behind Adam Ramsey. So Adam Ramsey is looking pretty good for third place. But again, it's all the Howard Peoples show right now at this moment in time. So there we go. Because we have 8/10 of a second now on Zachary King. Zachary King's truck right there. He's trying to see if he can do anything with it. 5 laps to go. I don't know. Unless something happens, I don't see this being an issue for Howard Peoples again. There's going to be 2 in a row for Howard Peoples, it looks like, at this moment in time. I'm just going to go back up and take a look and see what else we have. Corey Powell crashed. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened to Corey Powell. He crashed. He just went into the field and then back out into the wall. He lost his front fender, hit the inside wall. He stayed low though, so he's still good. So we're back live. 3 laps to go. So Corey Powell stayed low, so it did not bring out the caution. So we're still doing good. Again, Howard Peoples driving away with this thing. Zachary King's right there, but he just doesn't have enough to get it. He's still 8/10 behind the leader. So we're down to 2 laps to go as he crosses the stripe. 1 more. If he gets across 1 more time, that'll be it. It'll be checker or wrecker, because we will not have the green-white finish. So he's going into turn 3 now. We're just following along with the leader. Here he is. He's coming around across the stripe. 1 lap to go. That's it. It's going to be checker or wrecker. So that's all you're going to have right now. So it looks really good, unless he runs out of fuel on the backstretch, which I don't think he will. I think he'll be perfectly fine going around the corner. So we're going to go around, take a look out his windshield. He's coming around the corner. He's looking for the flag. We'll go up to the flag stand. Checkered flag is in the air. Howard Peoples, Zachary King, Adam Ramsey. There's your top 3 drivers. And we're going to see if we can get everyone squared away. We'll get the overall points on the grid. Waiting for the results to come up. That's practice results. We do not want practice. We're going to hold off on that. That's qualifying. So we're still waiting. Okay, there we go. The race results are in. So race results are: first place, Howard Peoples. Zachary King is in second. Adam Ramsey is in third. Mark Bender is in fourth. Gary May brought home fifth. Douglas Scallis has brought home the sixth place. Clifford Allison is in seventh. Sean Hughes is in eighth. Joseph Essenberg is in ninth. Jeffrey Johnson is in 10th. Brian Boyd is in 11th. Justin Young. We're going to take a look there. Howard Peoples burned it down. Justin Young is in 12th. Joseph Cohen is in 13th. Benjamin Castle is in 14th. Corey Powell is in 15th. 16th to Danny McClure. Anthony Hatfield is in 17th. And Nick Steinselfer is in the 18th position. But we missed a little bit of their burnout. Let's go back to Howard Peoples here and take a quick look. Watch him do a little bit of a burnout here. As he came in, and we do not want to deprive him of his burnout while I was doing the standings. So let's just take a look. Here is Howard Peoples. He's going to burn it down again. We'll just do a replay of his burnout. Gets into the grass, just having fun with it. There's a good view from the grandstands. There's the 50th Zachary King down there doing a little bit of a burnout himself. Having fun with it, the two of them. And there's Zachary King going to come up. Bring it into his front bumper here. Nose to nose. Let's see if they do a double burnout. There they go. Boys just having a little bit of fun. Boys just having a little bit of fun out there. First and second place, ladies and gentlemen. 29 in the lead. The 50th Zachary King, second place. Alrighty. Just gonna burn it down. Having fun with it all the way. Alright, so we're just gonna pause it there. Carolina Wheel Repair did get it done. Yes, it did. All right, we're going to go and talk to the podium drivers. Let's see who is on the podium. We're going to go back up, bring that back up again. So we have some podium drivers here. We actually have 4 of them in the thing here at this moment in time. Let's just take a look and see. We're going to jump back and see. Let's see, Adam Ramsey. Okay, don't see Adam in there yet. So we're going to jump on to Brian Boyd. Hey, Brian, you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Art, how you doing?
Not too bad, man. I just seen you sitting there in the podium drivers. I'm still waiting for the top 3 to jump into the podium section. So, yeah, just thought I'd compliment you on your paint job. That was an awesome paint job on your truck there this evening.
Oh, I gotta thank my painter for that one, Dep Graphics. But I mainly came up here. I just wanted to thank you and for everything you did with the moment of silence and whatnot for the soldiers, for the fallen soldiers.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's the very least any of us can do, for sure. I'll tell you what, that's it's not a good thing going on over there. The faster that thing gets taken care of, the better off everybody's going to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I thought I was going to be able to do an interview the right way with you, but I got caught speeding. So
I was wondering what happened to you. You were definitely had a fast truck. You were up there for a while, man, and you were doing quite well. But anyway, yeah, not a problem. So yeah, no, maybe next week. You know, you got Rockingham coming up, so you might be able to find you in Rockingham.
yes, sir. Throw a shout out to Howard there and Zachary King. They drove a heck of a race. So
right on. All right, man. I'm gonna put you back down. I gotta go try to catch on the Adam Ramsey in 3rd place. I'll be and yes, we'll look for you next week for sure.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Brandon Boyd. So now we're just going to see if we can grab on to Adam Ramsey. I just seen him there. We'll just try to see if we can drag him down. Let's see if we can see. There he is, right there. Hey, Adam, it's Art up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, I tell you what, you had a fast truck earlier on. Like, you were really smoking it there at the first of it there. But, you know, you at least get the podium. You're in 3rd place anyway. I think Zachary and Howard there definitely pulled away from you. They definitely had something in the tank tonight.
Yeah, they had good trucks. Me and Zachary and Howard are officially enemies, so we got a little rivalry going on for the broadcast.
Right on.
But other than that, I had a good race. It was fun.
Right on. Did you have any specific problems with anything going on there, or was it I see you were in the pits there. I didn't know if you were involved in an accident or not. I didn't notice it, but
Yeah, me and Zach King got into it when I was leading the race.
yeah, I seen you were up against the wall and then you spun sideways. I guess, yeah, I do remember that part, but it didn't look like you had a whole lot of damage from that. You just went for a side slide as well. That it really looked like.
Yeah, and then we worked our way back up, and then I got an incident with Mark Bender and got penalized for that one. And then I worked my way back up to third. So overall, it was a good race. There's a lot of controversy. We made it through it. We gained a rivalry for the series, so that's good.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, so you're looking forward to Rockingham next week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It should be an interesting race without a doubt. Going to the Rock. So hey, have you got anything to say to any of your sponsors or any of your family, your friends back home?
No, just thanks for having me in the league. It's a blast. Thank you for broadcasting. You do a great job. And on to Rockingham.
Right on. All right, man. We'll let you go. We'll put you back down with I believe where you were, but I'm not quite sure. So you have to find your way once I drop you down. But anyway, we'll see you next week at Rockingham, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Art. See you.
All right. That was Adam Ramsey. Here we got Zachary King now. Zachary, how you doing tonight, man? Second place.
Yeah, phenomenal. Our teamwork with Howard was phenomenal. I'm so happy he's on our team, and shout out to Howard for going back to back. That was definitely a lot of fun to watch in first person.
You were down for a little while at the first of the race there, but then you got up to the front of the pack and you were basically staying there for the rest of the race. Did you have any strategies going in? Did you find a draft helping, or what were your thoughts thinking back on the race?
Yeah, I was like, our main goal for Meepo Motorsports is to cover ourselves in case we do get a late race yellow, just because it does happen sometimes. We wanted to save an extra set of tires for the finish, so in case we had overtime or anything. So we decided to run the first 50 laps with no tires and put on 2 sets in the final 50 laps. So we also had an extra set just in case we had an overtime, but that's all we were worried about, was just covering our butts just to be safe. Did not expect us to be as fast as we were. This car was fast as K1 speed, and Gilbert's fleet. They did phenomenal sponsors. They've been with us for so long, and yeah, Meatball Motorsports bought really really fast trucks. Shout out to everybody back in the shop. This will be fun to party on before we get to Sunday. But yeah, I mean, we just played strategy. We played our cards right. That's all we were doing. We are just focusing on that, and surprising that we were still able to come 1-2, even though we saved a set of tires there at the end.
Right on. No, I'll tell you what, it was fun to watch. And then, like I said, at the end of it, the two of you guys just basically drove away from the pack. Well, it was three is for a while, and then it turned in just the two of you. And like I say, I watch you slip back from Howard, and Howard's got that famous tailgate. It's going to be a semi-famous tailgate, or infamous tailgate now, the See Ya tailgate. I'm sure that a lot of drivers are going to be looking for that moving forward.
Yeah, if you're gonna come second, I'd rather come second to a teammate than a rival. I heard what Adam said, and I'd love to start a rivalry. It's fun, Rivalries always bring good attention to the league and everything. But if I'm gonna finish second, I'd rather finish second to one of my teammates, whether that's Corey, whether that's Matt in the Cup Series, or that's Howard here. I'd rather finish second. I'd rather see the team do better than all about me. So
Right on.
definitely really happy about second place. It's still better than everybody else. Meatball Motorsports 1-2. Phenomenal work again by Howard. I can't say enough great things about how he drove his race tonight. But yeah, it wasn't really going to be pushed to shove. I was going to get to him. If I got to him, it was still going to just be him all the way. I'd rather worry about him keeping his points lead and keeping the momentum up going into Rockingham next week.
Right on. Okay, well, you got Rockingham next week. Any thoughts going into Rockingham? This gives you a little bit of confidence, I guess. Second place going into Rockingham.
Yeah, so we're on a part-time basis here. We have another league that's on Wednesdays. They just have an off week, I think, this week and next week. So we might be able to race Rockingham. It'd be fun if we do. But if we don't, we're always going to be supporting Howard and helping his dreams of getting to the championship. So As long as that happens, we'll be fine. Shout out to all the sponsors again at Meatball Motorsports, everybody back at home at the shop. Shout out to my parents. Sponsors, let's go. I'm sorry, gotta list them off real quick. Advanced Work Vans, Oceanside Welding and Fabrication, Jen Blossom Designs, Gilbert Fleet and Commercial, K1 Speed, Ideal Pest Management, and yeah, shout out to everybody back home. Gilbert's main sponsor, and yeah, happy to get them a second place tonight.
All right. Okay. Well, again, congratulations on your second place. We might see you next week. And if not, we'll keep an eye out for you moving forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Art. Phenomenal broadcast.
All right, man. Have a good night. We'll see you again soon. All right. Now we go to Howard Peoples, 2 weeks in a row. How are you doing tonight, Howard? You feeling pretty good, I betcha.
Yeah, I feel great, Art. How are you?
Not too bad at all, man. I tell you what, that was, again, a phenomenal run. You were definitely showing the way to the front of the pack, as always. So, what's your thoughts 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, man. Meatball Motorsports just gave me a great car today. A truck, but anyway, it was really fast and just try to stay up front all day. We ended up trying to save a set of tires there, which would have been great if a caution come out, but we were still fast enough to stay up front, even though we were down a set at one point in the race.
Right on. So, did you have any issues? I mean, walk us through the last few laps. I mean, you were so far out in the lead. Unless you had an accident, ran out of fuel, or someone threw a caution, had an accident, I think you were pretty solid.
Yeah, we were a little tight on fuel. I actually run out of fuel doing burnouts, but other than that, we had a smooth race all day long. Our green flag pit stop went smooth, and everything went as planned. So it was a great race.
Well, you did mention that last week. You planned on trying to take as many first places as you could. So this is 2 weeks in a row for you. There you go. You're on the path.
No checker flag.
You're on the path. So Rockingham next week. What do you think about going to the Rock?
Man, I'll tell you, when we were there in officials earlier this year, I was not very good there. So I'll definitely be on the sim practicing all week long, trying to get a little better there. And that's the plan. We're going to try to run up front again, but I'm not too confident going into there, to be honest with you.
I think the Rock, if you can get out front in the clean air, I think that's where you want to be. I don't think you want to be back in the pack at Rockingham.
Well, are we going to try to make sure they keep on looking at my bumper back there?
Look at that tailgate, right? See you later.
Sir.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
So you got anything to say to any of your sponsors or any of your friends back home?
I got thanks to Advanced Work Bands, Oceanside Welding, Jen Blossoms, Gilbert Fleet, K1, and Pest Management. Most of all, Carolina Wheel Repair. They really helped me out a ton, and Meatball Motorsports for giving me a great car. So that was an awesome race, and I look forward to talking to you next week, Art.
Right on. Well, we'll see if you get on the podium again. 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
Be looking forward to talking to you. All right,
sir.
man. Have a good week.
You as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. There's your 2 of your 3 podium drivers. Howard Peoples in the 29 taking the win, and Zachary King in the 50 for second place. 2 teammates. So they're definitely running up the front, especially Howard. He is 2 weeks in, 2 wins. So he's going to be the truck to catch and truck to beat. So we'll see how he makes out moving forward and going into Rockingham next week. So again, Rockingham next week, 9 o'clock. Oh, sorry, 8 o'clock Eastern next week, next Wednesday night. So we will look forward to having you back and enjoying the Rock. Until then, have a great week.